everybody, welcome back. Me and Lenny are off to a competition tomorrow, aren't we, Len? We're going to go to Dressage, so I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I am thinking that I'm in my head that I'm still too rusty to go out, but I'm not going to let that stop me because we've got to get out in the arena at some point, haven't we? So today I've been running around with Tess that works for me. You'll be introduced to her soon, and we've been out and got a few bits and bobs because I actually realised I don't even have a show shirt, which is a little bit random, but went and got a show shirt. Went and got a show shirt from Griggs, and tomorrow I'm taking myself and Len off to Oakhampton. It's just an unaffiliated dressage competition at the Grange, and it's just prelim. But I think if we don't get out into the whiteboards, and get into the arena, when he sort of is established and ready, we'll go out and then there'll be a problem because it's an arena and it's whiteboards and all those scary things. So I think sometimes you're not going out necessarily for your score, but you're going out just to get in the arena. And I feel like that's what I need to do with Len. Don't you think so, Len? So that's the plan for tomorrow. I've booked a stable so that I don't have to panic because I'm on my own. I don't have to worry about leaving him or anything like that. I can just put him in the stable and hopefully he'll stay there. And then I can just chill a bit in between tests and not have to, sort of be on edge. I can sit, look through my tests. Anybody else struggle to remember their tests? I don't remember tests. I'm absolutely useless with it. Show jump round, no problem. But tests, I just seem to somehow manage to forget them. So anyway, I'm going to try and remember one and see if I can get another one read. If I can't, I'm going to have to sit down quietly and try and remember it. I almost find that the higher up levels I went, the more I remembered them, or the easier I remembered them. I don't know, maybe because there's more going on. I think for me, by the time I've trotted like all the way around from E to the other side at B, or C to A or whatever, I've got a bit like, oh, I wonder what I've got to do tonight. What have I got to do? Did I put the dishwasher on? All those things that sort of run through your head. And then I get to like E and think, oh, where was I going? Not great dressage planning, eh? But I'm quite excited to be going out. I haven't actually platted for years, so I'm a bit concerned about what they're going to look like. I think the last time I did it, golf balls came to mind. So I'm going to try and do them a little bit smaller this time, and sort of give myself plenty of time to do them this evening, and hope that he hasn't twanged them all out by morning. But anyway, I'm going to get on with the job, and I'll show you what they look like after I've finished. Don't even have any words. I mean, they kind of look okay from the top ish. Oh, and oh dear, I'm gonna have to get somebody into plat, I think, guys. But I'll band them in the morning so they look a little bit tidier, and hopefully they'll have settled down. It's I don't know, heading on for about 10 p.m. I think, and I'm just out cleaning my tack and drinking a beer, and it's oh, that made it look really light then. It's not, it's quite dark now. But we've got a lovely sunset, but I'm just feeling like the nerves are kicking in a little bit now about going out again. That sort of, oh God, are we going to be rubbish? Is everyone going to be there? Is everybody going to laugh at us? I just think that, it doesn't just go away. You don't just suddenly, stop having those feelings that, you're going to a show and you're a bit nervous. Shush. But I used to let it stop me, whereas I'm not letting it stop me this time. I am going to go tomorrow, and I'm going by myself. I'm often, go by myself, and I think that's part of, just making sure that you're prepared, really. So it's now 20 past 10, and I'm just finishing up. He's platted as you saw, sort of. You can't really see me, but you can hear me. The moon's really full tonight. You know, it looks tiny on the video. It's actually really big in the sky. Just checking the lorry. I've got everything in here one last time, and then I'm going to go to bed because I've got to get up early in the morning. So yeah, hopefully I will be okay. My worst thing is trying to remember the 2 tests, and now I'm going by myself. I haven't got anybody there to read one, so I'm hoping that sort of in between tests I can just sit down and look at the next test, because I don't actually know what I'm doing otherwise, guys. I mean, I've sat down and read through the tests, but for some reason I just can't remember 2 tests. Sorry about the dog. I don't know if it's, I mean, I've always been a bit like that, if I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to lie. But I do wonder if, you know, a bit of like the pressure of being out again is part of it as well. So anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Wow, what a delight for you all. Just watching some people ride through the tests on YouTube. Morning. How bad do they look today? Pretty bad. Oh, mate. What, Len? You okay? Are you ready? Bit of dressage. He says no, I'm blooming no. Morning, guys. I'm up. I've been up for ages actually, because all I could think about was my dressage test. And of course his white legs were absolutely minging when I got up this morning. So I'm just giving his legs a little wash off and then still imagine. Anybody else stay in the dressing gown? Probably not, just me. I think they look marginally better. No, they don't. They don't look too bad if you stay away and squint. They look okay from this side. So we arrived at the Grange and there was a rather strange animal on the floor. Lenny didn't seem too bothered by it though, but watch those snakes, guys, if you're at the Grange. So I spent a little bit of time letting him settle and I tacked him up. So I had plenty of time to spare without rushing around. Had a little look at my test and off we went down to the warm-up. Just done our first test. He was spicy. He was quite tight and tense, and rather onward bound. And you can see in that arena, you can see like it goes into like you're in the warm up and then you're in the arena, and it's just like a half wall. So every time somebody's obviously warming up, you could see them. But he did, you know, he did everything I asked of him. But there was quite a lot of tension in there, and so I think there'll be a lot of that on the marks. But when I went down that last centre line, I get choked up. When I went down that last centre line and halted on my horse that I didn't think I'd be riding this year because I thought he had to be sold, it would just like proper choked me up. And
and it just meant the world to me. So I don't care what our score is. I don't care. I'm just so happy to be out on him. I had lovely comments of people when we came out the arena on how lovely he was, and come on guys, that is like the biggest compliment to us riders, isn't it? It just meant so much to me to be trotting down the centre line on him. Anyway, something else that I wanted to tell you about was this nifty little show shirt I've got. I don't know if you can see it, it's got like little buttons on it. Beautiful little pearl buttons. But it's so bloomin' nifty because, ta-da! It's not actually a shirt. It's just, I can't get my top off because I'm so hot. It is so hot up here. It's like 50 million degrees in the warm-up. But look, it's like a nifty little bib. And you just literally undo the button like this, and it just pops off, and you just take it off. So that now, like where I've got like an hour before my test, hopefully I won't get absolutely minging by keeping my shirt on. I just pop it down there for a minute and then put it back on again when I want to ride, and I can wear anything underneath like this old thing and nobody knows any different. So that is proper snazzy. I have already got makeup on the collar, standard, but it's a Woofwear one. So yeah, impressed with that. So anyway guys, we've got another test to go. Hopefully he'll be a little bit more settled this time. As we were doing our right canter, a horse exploded in the warm-up ring, and that did not help matters. But bless him, he kept his little cool, and oh, just love him so much. And now he's just stood at the back of the lorry, just munching away. And I remembered my test. Oh, but I have got another test to do, so, which I need to go and learn now. So I'll speak to you in a minute. And I waited afterwards. We did our second test and it felt worse, not worse than the first one. There's more in the second test, so I guess it just felt like I don't know, he just felt quite onward bound, and a little bit tight and tense in there. But ta-da! He got a place in the first test with 67.8, and you get a place, like, so they place up to 6th place, and then I think anything over a certain score, I think it's over 65% or something like that, you get a place, anyway, 67.8% with lots of 7s down there. So I was like thinking, fair enough. Then I thought, my second test, there's no way he's going to have done better in his second test than in the first test. So I went straight to the sheets that didn't have any rosettes, and I said to the guy, I think you've missed my sheet. And he was like, oh. And he went, no, this is yours. Oh. Third. He was third. He was third with 68.54, with loads of 7s down and 7.5s as well, in a big class. I think there was 18 in that class. Some really lovely comments, and I was just so proud. I had a little tear on the way home. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've been out on my horse, and if he'd come home with 50%, I'd have still been so happy to have been out on him. And I just finished down the centre line and just gave him the biggest hug ever, and just said thank you to him for giving me such a great day out. I haven't been out for so long, and dressage is my passion. So I've just had such a lovely day, guys. Anyway, I'm going to get him out now, whip his plats out, and I'm going to give him a great big tea and put him out in the field and have a little look back through my video. A lovely lady did video it for me, so hopefully we'll be able to have a look at that. And yeah, I'm going to have a glass of wine tonight. He's not impressed by his curls. Makes his dinner then. It's a bit sloppy. Looking $1 million.